Yes, you're almost there. Keep going. The tricky bit here is locating the path. Careful now. Oh, you know what? A snowboard right now would be fantastic. That was really tough going. Look at this scene. Isn't that absolutely stunningly gorgeous? Ooh. I'm very excited. Look at it. Welcome back to Hiking the Wainwrights, and welcome back once again to Langdale. So it was 3 days ago since I was last here, up on Lingmoor over there, and I think I mentioned on that last video that the snow was coming. Well, it's arrived. It came the following day, and now we have this. And as I mentioned in that last video, today we're going up Pike O Blisco. Somebody is very excited about today. In fact, that makes two of us. Let's go and have a look at the map and see exactly which summits we're hitting today. We're hitting two. So once again we've parked at the old dungeon Ghyll, but this time we're going to head up the valley in the direction of Stooland Farm. Then we'll make our way up Oxendale, crossing Oxendale Beck. And it's at this point that we'll start to go up, alongside Brownie Ghyll, towards Red Tarn. We're then going to pick up the path that would normally take you up to Crinkle Crags, but we're going to branch off and head in a southerly direction towards the first wainwright of the day, Cold Pike. After that we're going to figure out a way down to the southern end of Red Tarn, before switching back and heading north to pick up the path that's going to take us up to the second and final wainwright of the day, Pike O Blisco. Then it's a fairly rapid descent back into the valley where we can really enjoy those views of the Langdale Pikes, before reaching the road at Redacre Ghyll. Then it's just a short walk back to the pub for a well-earned pint. There you go. Sort of a shortish route, not massive, but obviously in the snow things take a little bit longer, so it should be perfect. So let's get onto Stooland Farm and I'll catch up with you just after that. Hey, here it is. Oh, God. Got it. Okay, just getting to Stooland Farm now, and I've already deployed the spikes because it is so slidey today. What's happened is we had a lot of snow on Tuesday, it's now Thursday, so a lot of snow got put down, and then yesterday I think it thawed a little bit, and then it refroze again last night. It's -6 here right now, so I think it got down to about -8 last night, and it's going to be up there right now, probably around about -10, -12, something like that. I think it will go up a little bit by the time I'm up there, but yeah, it's cold. A lot of ice. It's so funny watching her sliding around everywhere, but I need to be really careful because as funny as it is watching her skidding everywhere around here, and it really is funny, like a really strange version of Torval and Dean, I need to be really careful up, well, even on the way up, getting up there, because we're going up this north side of Pike O Blisco that hasn't seen any sun at all, so there'll be quite a lot of ice up there, I'd imagine. I just need to be very careful and look after her. It's been a couple of months since I was here in Stooland Farm. Love it. This is the gateway to the mountains. Oh, it's looking so beautiful this morning. Crinkles look absolutely amazing. So this is a path here that goes off up the band We're not doing that, obviously. We're carrying down, steady. We're carrying down to Oxendale Beck and crossing there. I've put a little fluorescent jacket on, otherwise you just wouldn't be able to see it because she blends in. Yeah, look at this ice. Really thick, really polished. Thank the Lord for spikes. Okay, back to this fat boy gate. Oh yeah, so much ice around that the gate almost didn't open. I ummed and ahed this morning about whether or not to bring my full crampons or whether just to wear the spikes. It's a tricky one because I don't really know how bad it's going to be up there. Normally I kind of reserve crampons for walking on steep ground, and bits of it can be steep, but it just feels like it might be a little bit overkill wearing crampons today. I don't know, I might regret that. 9 times out of 10, spikes are definitely enough, particularly if you're just walking on paths. And as I've mentioned before, these are cheap as chips, about a tenner off Amazon, and they do the job. Look at these guys. Fascinated with Finn, as long as they don't charge with those horns. Yeah, just getting back on the spikes. It's night and day, you know, when you're walking in spikes compared to not walking in spikes. If you haven't got anything on, well, you can't even walk down here. You'd really struggle. And to be honest with you, there's little bits of it here where I'm actually slipping a little bit. Oh, Finny, careful. This is what I'm worried about now. She just slipped right over then, face planted. It's kind of funny, but it looked like it might have hurt. Poor dog. Just be careful. Walk on the bits that I'm walking on. Don't walk on that glass stuff. I love that the little straps that go around her legs. It looks like some kind of weird crotchless pants or something. Anyway, starting to warm up now. Well, I am. She'll be fine as long as she keeps moving. Everything will be fine. In fact, today we're not going to dawdle. We're going to blast on up to Cold Pike, get that one ticked off, have a quick look at the views, but then keep moving. If we hang around for any length of time, we'll get really cold, and then you struggle to get warm again. It's a problem. So we're just going to keep on moving all day and enjoy it. So rare nowadays to have days like this, so I'm so excited, and I'm very happy to bring you along with me so you can enjoy it as well. Go on then. Good dog. So if you cast your mind back to the wild camp I did up on Crinkles last summer, I think it was last summer, lost all track of time now. I came this exact way, but at the bridge, what I did is I carried on up the valley here and up towards Warnyside Force, up Ghyll, and then up onto the Crinkles. But today I'm going to cross the bridge over the beck here and go up the path that I've mentioned so many times before in previous videos. It's awful coming down here because of the way the slabs are kind of been placed. They're all sloping downwards, and on a wet day or a day like today, you just end up sliding all the way down. It's horrible. But it should be different going up today. Oh, she hates bridges. She absolutely hates any kind of bridge. Watch this. So she knows where we're going though. Good dog. Go on. Yes, you're almost there. Keep going. Keep going. That's it, clever dog. And that is a mighty fine view, isn't it? Beautiful. So I'm frantically trying to drink as much water as possible, keep the tube open because it keeps trying to freeze over. That's the only downside to these things at this time of year. You know, the tube freezes over. Sometimes the water freezes over in the bladder as well, but Mostly it's a tube. I've got a flask of warm water in my bag, so if we get thirsty later on, both of us can have a drink. You having fun? Good girl. Have a drink, Finn. Come have a drink. Come on, come have a drink here. Come on then. You can lead a horse to water and all that, or a dog. So it's quite steep at this bit. She's struggling a little bit with traction. The trouble is she keeps rolling on her back trying to get the coat off and then almost sliding off the hill. But the views are looking spectacular already. Just 10 minutes of walking up and we're getting this. You're gonna fall. You're gonna slide, Finn, forever, all the way down there, look. So as you can see, this bit is very steep and this is just solid ice here. So I'd hate to come down here. In fact, if you came down, you'd have to come down in this deeper snow and just avoid this. In fact, shall I go up it that way? I think I might just go on the edge, you know. I mean, jamming my spikes in, it does work. Come on, you. Over this way. That's it. Yeah, jamming my spikes in does work, but right on the cusp, I think, of slipping. That's it. That's the worst of it done. And I think it's that section, actually, even when it's dry, it's awful. Well, say dry, when it's been raining or something like that, but non-icy, it's still slippy. That's it. Four-wheel drive at its sort of best. Oh, there's a real nice Alpine glow now. I don't know if you can see it. Obviously being reflected back off all that. There's so much light behind me now that it's lighting up Finn's beautiful eyes. Okay, very soon it levels off a little bit and have a little bit of a breather there. Looking forward to that. And then it's not terribly far then up to Red Tarn. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but there's a herdie right up there. Hey herdie! Okay, starting to level off a little bit now. So, as we reach Brown How, yes, another one, just here, you can see that actually the going gets significantly easier now as we cut across beneath Black Walls, which is this crag here, and heading up towards Red Tarn. So you can actually see the Coll as well, where the sun is. That's the Coll. Yeah, it gets easier from there on in. I have a little breather here though, and I admire this view because, well, it's spectacular. It really is absolutely stunning. Great Knot is looking beautiful. Love all that light on it. From this angle, it looks very similar actually to Hartefell in Mardale. The tricky bit here is locating the path because it's not obvious. Once we're on it, it should be pretty straightforward. I think this is it here, look, here we go. I don't know if you can see it, but we've got all these little bits of sheep poo rolling down the hill. And she just, a minute ago, tried to chase one. she wouldn't have stopped. If she'd have slided, she would have slid all the way down to Brownie Ghyll. Careful, Finn. She's got no sense whatsoever. Come on. Careful now. Careful. This is probably the dodgiest bit we've been to so far. Just worried about her sliding off. Kind of thinking now, should I have brought my ice axe? I did have it in a van, I put it to one side, but then decided I'll be fine. Yeah, alright. It's her I'm more concerned about, because she's just a little bit crazy. So that's Brownie Ghyll there, just dropping down to the south of Great Knot. That's a hell of a gully, isn't it? Wow. It'd be really good to come here one day and perhaps in the summer have a wander up as far as I can and see what's down there. Looks good. What a beautiful day. I love this blue sky. So uplifting. I can't wait to get in the sun actually. Which is not far off. So in a minute we crossed this little bit of a gill and then up onto this tongue here. You can see this tongue coming down. We're going to be crossing onto that and going up. And then it's really not far at all to Red Tarn. And at that point I think what I'll do is I'll get my camera out. Ooh, hey, it got deep. Probably because I'm not on the actual path. Let's get over here. Ooh, it got deep again. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll get my camera out and show you the views properly, you know, on a non-wide angle camera so you can see what they're like and see what I'm seeing with my eyes. Okay, I've actually avoided that bit there. It does look a bit dicey. You normally go up that way, but I'm just going to keep on going up. Okay, here we go. About to get blinded. Ow. Okay, literally cannot see anything now. But the one thing we can see quite easily is the first Wainwright there. That's Cold Pike. So we're going to cut around the bottom here up to about there and then off. So rest. You love the snow, don't you? It's your favourite thing. But please don't slide off the mountain. I love this sparkly snow. It's so magical. Okay, now we're crossing over what would be the beginning of that beck. Oops. Avoiding that other bit, which is good actually. So if you've seen my previous Pike O Blisco hike that I did with Josh a couple of years ago, we're now at the point where we did that skit at the end where we kind of joked that I'd left my bag up on the top. So somebody really took offence to that, you know. I got a pretty scathing comment saying that, you know, I'd humiliated my son in front of loads of people and it was awful. What a terrible father I am. It was a joke. It was a skit. It was something that Josh and I both kind of thought about and planned and, you know, had a good laugh about. That's the thing with me and Josh. We've got a very good relationship. We're very pally, you know, it's great, very close. Some people have absolutely no sense of humour whatsoever. Anyway, look at it round here. Ooh. That was a bit deep. So we're just getting up to Red Tarn. Yeah, it's kind of deep in places. Very difficult to see. I might have to put my sunglasses on in a minute. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's like being in heaven. If this is what heaven's like, I don't know. So yeah, we're now in the col. So that's Pike O Blisco there. And we've got Cold Pike there. So as I mentioned a minute ago, we're going to head off in that direction. There's a couple of walkers already up there. They might be going up to Crinkles, that's Crinkle Crags, and Bowfell beyond. But round about where they are actually is where I'm going to cut off and head up. So yeah, I'm not too sure what it's going to be like coming back down on the other side. It could be a bit dicey because it is boggy round here and the snow is deep. So I don't know what we're going to be walking through. I guess that's the joys of it all. the adventure. You don't know what lies ahead, especially on days like today. It's wonderful. I did say I was going to get my camera out at Red Tarn, but I think I might wait until we get up to Cold Pike, because the views have actually disappeared a little bit behind because of this. So once we get up to Cold Pike, then it'll all open out a bit more and we'll see much more. So Red Tarn is just over here. It's difficult to see because obviously it's covered in snow and ice, but it's there somewhere, and apparently there's trout in there. Apparently. Oh, this is good. Go and get a drink, Finn. Drink some water. Drink some water. Days like today, you know, the bliss, the hard work, because obviously walking snow just taxes you that little bit more, like that. But you just do shorter walks, like today, and really enjoy it. Got to make the most of it, because I think the forecast, I think we've got some nice weather tomorrow, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the way the rest of the month is awful, wind and rain. So make hay while the sun shines and all that. The long range forecast would suggest we're going to have another high pressure and perhaps another cold snap. So this might not be the end of it. There's hope yet. Where's she going? She's not got a bit of stop. Yeah, great knot is a great lump, isn't it? Very impressive. Probably looks nothing in this camera, but when you're here, wow, it's something else. Okay, it's significantly colder now. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but that's really picked up, and because we're a bit higher now, it's just the air temperature's colder. So if Finn slides down there, I won't see her again, because that is just polished. Oh, I got you. Okay, I just carry this section here because walking right on top of deep frozen snow, and hell, if she falls with this coat on, she'll never stop. And to be fair, if I fall at this point, we spin you around, I'll be going all the way down to Brownie Ghyll. This would be nice for her feet, actually. I've been meaning for years to get some boots, but I keep forgetting. I'm a bad dad. There you go. Okay, so just before you get to the Ghyll is round about where we're going to branch off. And I think it's round about where the sunlight is, actually, because you can see the Ghyll is here. Okay, I'm going to get probably just to that bit there and see if we can branch off. It's lovely, isn't it? This frozen wasteland paradise. Absolutely love it. I must admit my face is kind of frozen off a little bit now though. So I'm struggling to enunciate. Yeah, so you can see here actually, this is where the Ghyll starts and heads off down. So I think this is probably us. So the last time I was here, it was, I remember it being very, very boggy, kind of going from Cold Pike over to the Crinkles. And I'm right on a bog now, look, just keep sinking down. I just hope I don't sink down all the way. Not far at all now, actually, to the first Wainwright. Done well. Penny, come here. Your coat's come off. You've kind of got a cape now, like a superhero, which you are. Come here. Ah, wait there. Wait. I know it drives you mad. I know you don't like it. Ooh, it's drifted quite a lot here, just below the summit. Snow dog. All right, here we are on the summit of Cold Pike. I'll tell you something, it's definitely living up to its name today. Wow. Okay, we're not going to hang around here because it's absolutely Baltic. It really is so cold, and she's getting very cold. I can't even feel my hands anymore, they've gone. But the views are incredible from here, right out towards Skidder in the background. You can even see Blencathra, Langdale Pikes here, obviously Crinkles and Bowfell, all of the Helvellyn Massif, St Sunday, Fairfield, Pike O Blisco here, which is the next port of call. Quite a lot of the Kentmere Horseshoe that way. We can see Windermere, we can see the Howgills out in the distance, Ingleborough, Wetherlam, Black Sails, the Greenburn thingy, Horseshoe, Swirl How, Helgill Pike. Is it Helgill Pike? Honestly, my head's gone. It always happens. You know what I mean, great cars, that kind of way. Wetside Edge, Greyfriar, Heart of Fell, Irish Sea, everything. Stunning, absolutely beautiful, but can't hang around, it's just so cold. If it wasn't for that wind, it would be all right. What I'm going to do is head over to the second top here. It's actually got three tops. Cold Pike. This is obviously the main one. We're going to head on to here and then just keep going. We're just going to basically bomb it down to a red tarn, get a bit of heat up, and then bomb it up to Pike O Blisco. Yeah, and enjoy those views because it is equally as gorgeous from there. Right, I need to pick my way down here. It's not straightforward, it's the trouble. This could be a huge gully, I have no idea. So I need to be very careful and then get off. Right, let's go. Not too bad here so far, but you just don't know what you're walking into, look. So I'm trying to stay as close as possible to the rocks. I'm just walking right across the top of a big snowdrift. So yes, that is deep. Okay, that's not so bad. Little tufts of grass here, so we're all good. Oh, it's very bright. I don't know if it's too bright on the camera. I've got my sunglasses. I don't know if I'm going to bother putting them on though. It's quite nice to get a bit of sunlight in the eyes, if I'm honest with you. Okay, this is looking good. This is where trek poles come in handy. You could just slide it in, check the depth, you know. We're doing all right. Let's go this way. It's nice, isn't it? It's a nice environment. Obviously, it's nice on a day like today with the blue sky and sun. When it's putting all this snow down, you can see obviously there's high wind. It probably wasn't a very nice place then. That doesn't fill me with confidence at all. You sure you want to walk there, Finn? Ooh. Kind of want to be down there, really. It's crunchy on the top, and then you just sink. Look at it. Not a care in the world. Kind of feels a bit more solid here. Giving a pause a rest. I don't blame you. Your feet must be absolutely freezing. Got to get you those boots. Come on. You know what? A snowboard right now would be fantastic. Just to get down there. So we can see Red Tarn just there, look. So we're going to drop down to the south end of it, get across, and then... Oh, yeah. This is not where I want to be, really. In the middle of a snowdrift. I think whichever way I go, it's looking a bit dicey, but I just want to get down to this little col here and it gets a bit easier. It's just getting there. Let's have a look over the side. God, I'm right on top of something. It kind of sort of sounds deep. Look at her, honestly. Makes it look easy. Ooh. Let's have a look. So, I just want to get a bit of a vantage point here. Yeah, I'm going to head down that way, look. And then cut across a little bit. Look at that cape. Come on, super dog. Wait there. Come to me. Come here. Right, I've picked Finn up because this bit's a bit steep and a bit slidey. Okay, Finn, you can go down now. Good dog. Come on. Ooh. So the problem I've got right now has been caused by me trying to cut the corner off the path a little bit. Trying to head down there too soon. God, it's really deep. So what I'm going to do is just keep moving on in that direction and should pick up the actual path. I'm going to spin you around. How beautiful is it? It's gorgeous. I should really have come down on the other side of that and been on the other side of this. Wow, it's just a frozen wasteland, isn't it? It's wonderful. Her coat has completely come off now. Okay, I'm actually being blinded now. So we're heading towards this little townlet here, which is marked on the map. The path is just going to go to the east of that. God, this is terrible, this drifting. And we're kind of heading towards that crag there, but before we get to it, we switch back and then down. So as you can see, we're almost down now. It's just tricky underfoot, really. All right, actually on the path now. So there's Cold Pike. That's where we just came down across that nightmare. It was a bit of a nightmare actually, because it's so deep but crunchy on the top, and I kept sinking. It was really hard work. But anyway, look, we're on the main path and nobody's come down here today, which is really amazing, because down that way is Rhino's Pass. So a very quick and easy way of doing both these summits actually is to park up at the Three Shires Stone and then bomb it up. You mean cut out about 300 metres, you know? So it's a pretty good way of doing it. And then back down, but I'm surprised no one's been here today. Oh, I've missed this so much. Can you tell? Ooh, I haven't missed that though. Right, let's get on. Okie dokie. Here we are. Just getting to the point where we're going to start going up again. Start sweating some more. So I think this is going to be a bit of a tough climb now, because of just the snow, really, the depth of it, and 2 steps forward, 1 step back, that sort of effect. But it's fine. It's not a big hill to go up now. About 30 minutes to get to the top, and then it's marsh bar time, aka breakfast. Okay, I'll just let you watch the action. Whew. It's tough, isn't it, Finny? Very tough. Oh. All right, just getting to the bottom of the summit here. You can see it's getting a bit steeper, a bit rockier. Yeah, almost there. I didn't record much of that at all because that was really tough going. Really tough going because it's so deep, the snow, and every step was just hard work and torturous, to be honest with you. It's definitely a much tougher game in the winter. I'd say probably 3 or 4 times harder, based on, you know, I'm having to stop and take a breathe and just stop and rest 3 or 4 times sooner than what I would if there was no snow. She's struggling a bit as well, aren't you, Finny? I'd much rather be here than anywhere else, to be honest with you. Oh, I think I know where she'd rather be. Tucked up in bed, probably. So yeah, let's get up to the summit and we'll have a look at the views from there. So as I've mentioned on a previous video here, we've kind of got 2 summits. You've got this one here, and then you've got the true summit just over there. Let's go and get to that one. Where is everybody? I love that view through there, out towards the Pikes. Okay, here we are on the summit of Pike O Blisco. Look at the views here. This is definitely one of my favourite places in terms of just sheer views. Let me show you. Wow, that wind's got right up. And it's a shame because I was going to get the drone up, but it's been really calm much of the way up. The wind's just too strong now. Damn it. That's a real shame because it is the perfect place to get the drone up and get it flying right round. I might have a little bit of really old footage from a time that I came up here with my friend Will. We actually camped here, so my tent was there, his was there, and I got the drone up, but it's a bit ropey, the footage, because I didn't really know what the hell I was doing. It was a few years ago, so it might not be very good quality, but you get the idea of what it's like up here. It's amazing. Whoa. A few of you might recognise this view You may well have bought one of my photographs. I've called it sugar coated, and it was taken from around about here, maybe a little bit further down, but it's this view of Great Langdale. You can't quite see the pikes, but you can see the ridge running up to it. You can see the old Dungeon Ghyll and so on. Oh, look at it. Look at it out towards the Furnace Fells as well. It's just amazing. Whew. Yeah, I mean, the views over on Cold Pike, which is over there, are breathtaking, but I think this has the edge ever so slightly because I think you can see a little bit more. Okay, Vinny, let's get you some water. Good. Not bad, is it? I say it a lot. I do say not bad at all, but I would say this is probably one of the best views you can get in the lakes in terms of full 360 because of the conical shape. I would say this and Bowfell are probably the ones that are right up there for those kinds of views. However, it's so flipping cold. It's really windy. Finn's absolutely fed up, so we're going to push on, get back down. It's all in shadow now. There's got a hell of a lot of ice down there. So we need to figure out how we're going to get down there without sliding all the way back to the van. So yeah, let's push on. As soon as we drop down from that summit, all the wind is gone. Such a shame. It really galls me to carry the drone. I mean, no, it's not heavy, but still, carrying it all this way and then not using it happens quite a lot. Right, let's have a look. Oh, temperature's dropping already, so we're looking at round about, let me just check the time, yeah, 2 o'clock, and you know, the temperature's dropping. That wind's definitely getting up. I don't know if you can hear it. So I kind of want to get off the hill now, if possible. Look at this scene, isn't that absolutely stunningly gorgeous? Proper Alpine view. I love the Furnace Fells, it looks so good. Look at her, she's all bedraggled. The big coat's come off. Yeah, someone's had the right idea here, look. They've just kind of gone down on the backside, which is probably not a bad idea. Oh, you just look a right state. These loops have just not worked, I need to tighten them up. Oh, it's looking gorgeous out towards Bowfell. The light's looking lovely, nice and soft. I just can't look at it at the moment, I need to concentrate. Come on, Finn. That's it, good girl. You got the right idea. That's it, just keep going. There you go. That's how you do it. Good girl. Well, it's definitely easier going down than it was coming up, but still, it's kind of tricky not to end up on your ass. Come on. That coat is just a disaster. Come on. I think this is kind of freaking her out a little bit. She's a little bit scared of the sliding. Come on, I'll get you. I'll grab you. Come on. Come on. Come to here, look. Come to here. Oh, bless her cotton socks. Hang on, come on. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to carry you for a little bit. There you go. Let's just hope that I don't fall. Ooh. Squashing fin. There you go. Come on in. I think the trouble is, it's just that relentless, you know, you think you're on solid ground and then you break through. Oh, God. So tempted just to slide down there now. Oh, just get my camera bag cover out and just sledge. Someone already has, look. But look at that, I love that. That's the shadow of Pike O Blisco. I mean, just look at it out there. The light's looking really nice. I mean, that is almost shot worthy, actually. I don't like blue sky normally, but I'm liking it with that white, the solid blue, solid white. Honestly, is there any better place in the world than this right now? She's thinking bed. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking this. I've seen a handful of people today. I've pretty much had the whole place to myself. I've gone off the path I don't know how many times. You know, got lost. And it's wonderful. I love that. Obviously a bit harder in these conditions when you go off piste, but still it's nice. You kind of see bits that you don't normally see when you stick to the path. So quiet. When I stop moving and obviously stop talking, there's just no sound whatsoever. She's still looking really bedraggled. I haven't sorted the coat, I've just left it now. It's going to come off in a minute anyway, I think. Let's take it off and you can see how hard it is to see her. There she is, look. Oh, you good girl. Back into the sunlight again. It's lovely. This ordinarily is a stepped path, and as you can see, it's completely covered in snow. So I need to be really careful here, because if I do slip and slide, I'm probably going to keep on going all the way down to the bottom. But you can kind of see where we're going. You can see the path. Gets a little bit steeper in a minute, eek, and then it goes past some woods there, and eventually we get to the pass, the road that goes over to Bleetarn. So just a touch higher than side Pike now. Yeah, drop height very quickly. It'll probably 10 minutes I'll be down there. 10 seconds if I fall. Looks like someone slid down here as well, look. You know something? She's been absolutely brilliant today. For an old girl, she's 11 years old, so what's that? 77 in dog years. 77! And she's gone round here. She's kind of, not moaned, but you can see she's looked at me like, you are kidding me, aren't you? We're doing that, we're going down that, we're going up there. But she's been fantastic. So yeah, I mean, look, you can see we didn't come down that bit, we came up through that bit, but we've dropped a lot of height already. That's literally 5 minutes. Doesn't take long at all. And as you can see, we're now, hopefully you can see, around about the same height as side Pike. I'm kind of feeling sad. You know, I've got that, I know you feel it as well, that sadness you get when you're finishing a walk, but I guess the sweetener is the fact that we've got the pub. So I'm not going to go to the old dungeon Ghyll because I went there last time. You've already seen that. Been there a couple of times now. So I'm going to go to either Sticklebarn, if it's open, I don't know. I've not been there for years. I don't know whether it's shut down, it's reopened again. I don't know. If not, I'll go to the new dungeon Ghyll. However, there is actually something else. I don't know if you noticed right at the beginning of the video, the van is sat on a frozen lake in the car park, so I might struggle to get off the car park, to be honest with you. So I'm hoping that today it's melted a little bit. I'm hoping today perhaps someone's put a bit of grit on it. Otherwise, we might be sleeping in the van for him. That is the most beautiful light on Langdale Pikes right now. So soft. Right, crossing the beck. Finn can have another drink, hopefully. Right, Finny, get yourself a drink. Have a drink. Go and have a drink, Finn. Go and drink some water. She's having none of it. She's like, I'm going home. You can do whatever you want. Road is just here. Finn has no idea. I can see a roof of a car sticking up. Finn has no idea because she's tiny. She's going to be incredibly ecstatic in a minute when she sees it. Okay, not that you can tell, but this is the road. So keep going up there. You'll end up going up to Bleetarn. You can see nothing's driven it. Oh, maybe a single Land Rover, something like that. Maybe the farmer. But that's about it. It's all footprints, and I think that's probably been abandoned. Oops. There's no way it's coming down here. Yeah, it's black ice underneath this snow. Really thick black ice. I don't even know if you can see her anymore. Not a breath of wind in the valley. It's lovely. It's crazy how windy it was up there. A bit gutted because, like I said, it would have been lovely to have got drawn up, especially in these kind of conditions, because we don't get that much snow. Not far at all now, just heading down towards the Great Langdale National Trust campsite, and then 2 minutes after that we'll be in the ice skating rink of the car park. Oh, just a tiny bit of light up there now. We are back at the car park, aka the ice rink. If only I had spikes for my tyres. What I'll do is I'll try and get it off the car park and go to the, like I said, Sticklebarn. Well, that all depends on Sticklebarn car park, the National Trust car park there as well. If that's the same, then I'm going to have another problem. So what I'll do is I'll carry on. I'll find somewhere. Right, let's see if we can get out of this flipping car park, because it is, as you can see, solid ice. It's going to be interesting. Look at the state of this van. Ugh. Well, it turns out that's pretty easy. There's no problem whatsoever. I think it's probably just the sheer weight of the van. I'm not going to chance it though, going to the Sticklebarn, because I was lucky getting off that one. And my tempting fate by going to another similar car park. I think I'm going to get out the valley. So we'll see where we end up. It might be a little closer to home. But what a place, what a day. The Lake District delivering once again in absolute spades. Okay, as you can tell, we didn't go to the pub. The plan was kind of loose plan. As I went down the valley, I thought, you know what, we'll go into Wainwrights at Chapel Style. But I looked down at Finn and she was curled up in a ball, fast asleep, completely out of it, nice and warm and cosy. I didn't have the heart to just drag her out the van and go and get a pint. So I went to the shop, got myself a bottle of the Guinness Porter. I think I've mentioned this before in a previous video, so I'll crack that open in a minute. She's had a dinner, she's gone to bed. I won't see her now until tomorrow. She's absolutely wiped out. Today was tough. Today was a very tough day. Despite the blue sky and the sunshine, it was hard. There's a biting wind, it's very cold. The snow was irritating because it was crunchy on top and then quite deep, so it kept sinking in. And I think she struggled a bit as well towards the end. Anyway, it's all fine. It was a fantastic day. I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I hope you can join me on the next video. It's going to be England's second highest mountain. That's right, we're going up Scafell. I hope to see you then.